Hey, it's Mike over at fishyourassoff.com, and today what we're talking about is bass fishing from the shoreline. And what I mean by that is, you're not in a boat of any kind. So I bet 80-90% of the bass that I've caught were caught from shore because I don't have a bass boat, and most of my bass fishing I was doing was when I was real young. And gosh, we would just kind of find these little hidden ponds, out in the woods and see if there's any bass in them. And to me, that's kind of the best way to do it, because bass, well, if you can find some kind of dumb, naive, let's call it gullible bass, when you can find a place that's really not heavily fished. But once, people figure it out and everyone starts fishing it, well, the bass are like, nah, I'm not going to bite that. That's a spinnerbait. I've seen that frog lure before. I'm out. Oh, I know that crankbait. Yeah, I've seen that thing. I'm not biting that. So they kind of figure it out. So to me, the best way to get some big bass to yourself and make it easier for you to catch them on lures is to find some secret honey hole. Could be a ditch. Could be a little teeny pond, whatever it is. That's what we're talking about today. It's finding those bass in those secret little honey holes and catching them from shore. So here we go. Bass fishing from shore. First thing, stealth is the key. Now, bass they have really excellent eyesight. So, you want to kind of stealth up there. In fact, when I go up, even just the pond behind my house, I stand back 20 feet from the shoreline to cast in the area where I'm first going to walk up, because there might be a bass sitting right there and I don't want to freak him out. I want to catch him. So, you got to be real stealthy, especially in these smaller ponds, because you can spook them real quick like. Now, when I'm going there, I got a pretty simple tackle box that I bring. I usually got spinner baits, and it just depends on the pond I find. I bring a white one, a chartreuse one, and like a blue or a black one, just based on the water and if it's cloudy or not. So if it's clear water and a clear day, the whiter chartreuse works great. If it's kind of muddier water and maybe a cloudy day, I like going with a little bit darker one as far as the spinner baits go. So that's the basics as far as spinner baits. So you need 3 spinner baits or 2. You can just pick a white one and a dark one. And then I'm going to have some Texas rigged or Carolina rigged plastics. If there's a bunch of weeds and stuff like that I need to punch through, duckweed or whatever's there, lily pads or something like that. I like a Texas rigged plastic of some sort. It's either some sort of crawdad, a worm, a frog, a salamander, whatever it is. Something, this is the best one as far as punching through thick vegetation. But all of these work just fine if you need to get them up in there to see if there's any big old swamp donkeys hiding in your little secret pond you found. So that's it. So you got a couple spinner baits, a light one and a dark one. You got pick whatever you want. Say you got a bag of crawdads and a bag of frogs, let's say, and you got all your weedless hooks and your some bullet weights, and you're good to go. You're good to go. That's all you need to have in your little tackle box, or your pocket for that matter. So it's not a lot. You don't need a lot to go and search these ponds and see if there's anything there. And like I said before, it's the best way to find unpressured honey holes. Fishing from shore is awesome. It's easy. There's no launching a boat. There's none of that stuff. You can find fish that aren't real spooky all the time. So, like I said, bass fishing from shore to me is the way to go. Just because you can find all those little secret spots. You can fish all these little ponds that you're not even allowed to have boats and stuff like that in. So, that's it for today. It's just one of those things. I get questions all the time about different bass things and redfish or snook things or whatever things, and I just try to make a video to answer whatever questions they are or to hit these certain topics. But you can find more of this information right on our website. It's www.fishyourassoff.com. We have everything for inshore, even some offshore stuff, freshwater, you know, saltwater, whatever. It's all there. So again, go to www.fishyourassoff.com. You can see all that information. But I think that's it for today's video. So until next time, we'll see you then. All right. Bye-bye.